Okay, we're back. I'm looking at the camera, I'm waiting, and I'm thinking to myself, Mary Kay Kleist, this is a dear friend of mine, and she's also a meteorologist, so we are sisters in weather. WBBM, CBS here in Chicago, and you took home some hardware tonight, Missy.
I am so honored. I grew up watching WBBM and the Chicago market, and it's such an honor to be back here now working and having desks next to some of the people I used to watch.
Don't tell them that. They're not going to appreciate that at all. They hate it when you say, when I was a little girl, I used to watch you.
But it is very cool to be back in this market, and I'm so passionate about the weather, as are you, and you know how dramatic the changes can be. And especially a lot that went into this entry had to do with the night of April 9th and also some of the biggest snow we've had around the area. It was such a busy year for weather.
Yeah, and you know what? I know most of the time we always say we're going to grab coffee, but we're both working on the weekends and we never seem to because there's always something going on weather-wise. But it's also, kind of special because you're a mom, so you're juggling. You've got your full-time job, you've got your kids, you've got your house, and now you're an Emmy winner. So, tell me, how is your juggling going? Because you're busy.
Right, and you know how it feels. Luckily, like your husband, my husband, gets it and understands this crazy business, because there are times we may do a double shift and all of a sudden we get into big storm coverage. Somebody calls in sick the next day, or we're down a person, who knows? But, weather is in every single newscast, whereas sports is not. So that department, even though it's small, is very different, because weather will lead the news a lot, and then extended coverage comes into play, but especially when you have severe weather and warnings and things like that. So a lot of the juggling, my kids get it. Now they're teenagers. They don't want to get into TV at all because they feel like,
yeah, exactly.
But my husband understands it, so we're all a team, and they get it. So.
I am so happy for you. This is just so exciting. And I know that we're going to go out and have coffee at some point coming up. We've planned to do that finally. But tell me, what else do you have planned coming up? Do you have any special things going on? I know that you're going to work tonight. Do you have anything coming up for the rest of November, the rest of the year, that you want people to know about that you're doing?
No, it's just a lot of work, and a lot of, December's always vacation coverage, of course. But of course, we're all anxiously waiting that first snow and get into that season and get into the forecasting of that.
Okay, so when do you think we're going to get the first snow? I'm going to ask you. Everybody is kind of put on when they think we're going to see it. What do you think?
I think it's going to be late. I really do. I'm thinking around the Christmas, New Year. It's crazy.
It's not crazy. I don't think we're going to see any before January. I'm with you. This El Nino. All of a sudden now this award thing is turning to weather, but it's see, this is what happens when you get two meteorologists together. We like to talk weather. But I'm kind of with you. So what does everybody on your staff say about that? Have they already been sending you emails and tweets this evening and everything? This is exciting.
It is. Walking up there, actually, I was able to high five with Ed Kerr and Steve Baskerville. They were at the same table, so that was great to see them tonight. Steve is someone, that I have just, he's so amazing. And for years and years, just to watch his work, he does everything from the really fun, featurey pieces to the severe coverage, And Ed won an Emmy tonight on his piece on the salt mines, which was so amazing. He's a great storyteller with weather, too. So, learning from both of them, but then also sharing in something like this, because we're nominated as a team also, which is very cool. So it's nice to see them here instead of in the office.
Oh, especially when you're all dressed up and you're relaxed and everything. And of course, everybody has won an award on your team. I want to congratulate you again, and I know that you actually have to head off to work, so people at home, you can watch her tonight if you'd like at 10 o'clock on CBS, WBBM, that's CBS 2 here in Chicago. And I think we're going to go to a break now, but I'm going to give you a big hug.
Thank you, Tammy. Good to see you.
Oh, congratulations.